Hey folks, thanks for tuning in today. So we have one last option in our Procreate right-hand side tutorial series. We're going to go over the left-hand side in the next tutorial series. But the color dot, right? Your color picker, or rather your color wheel selection option tool, blah, blah. I don't even know what it's called, but you know, that little dot on the upper right-hand side. We're going to go over that, what those options are, how I personally use it, and stick around to the end because we are going to create ourselves a custom color palette from a photograph, right? Or rather just, you know, some picture we found online. If that sounds interesting to you, I'm Clay, the Techie Tattooer, and it's time to get to the iPad. All right, folks, here we are in Procreate as always, or not always, but pretty much always. And yeah, we're on this last little dot here. Color wheel is what kind of comes up first, your disk, rather, right? This is your history of your most recent colors that you've been using. And as you use colors, right, like let's say we're going to go ahead and use this color here, draw with it. Wow, my stabilization is up way too high on that. But anyway, we're going to draw with this because we're super professionals and this is how professionals start every drawing. And then boom, there that is in the history, right? We'll go over to a nice little orange, draw again our absolutely amazing tattoo stencil. Sorry about that, you know, customers and folks, right? This is what happens when you have a fun little local tattoo shop. People just want to stop by and say hi, even when you're not tattooing. But anyway, there's our orange, right, in our color history. Color history is super, super useful just in case, you know, you're not exactly sure what exact color you were using. You can use the color history. You can also hold down your finger, right, and this is your color picker, so you can go back and pick the exact color. Well, if you've got good aim anyway, you can pick the exact color you were just on. This second, yeah, what's up?
I had a question.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, it's that kind of day today. It's a beautiful sunny day out in Washington State, and so folks are just running around. Wanted to say hi and schedule tattoos. I don't get to complain though, right? Because, you know, people giving you money, that's a good thing. But anyway, wherever we were at, yeah, these two options here, you can just have two colors saved because it's just your previous two colors. It's cool. You could just click on this one and then switch it up and then click on this one. And just in case you want to have two colors. Again, I don't really use that option because I use this square here for the most part and just kind of ignore this. I just don't even, yeah. Being an old digital artist from way back in the day and using things like Corel Draw, wow, I'm really old, and GIMP and Krita and, you know, all these other, Illustrator, Photoshop. I'm just more comfortable with the square option where the slider here is this ring around, right? This is that slider is the same option. And then you can really just choose what your saturation is, what your color depth is, right? You can see how this slider goes up and down, this slider goes left and right. And to me, that just makes the most sense for my brain. It is no, yeah, you'll figure out what makes the most sense for your brain. Harmony is super, super useful. I use this actually quite a bit, where instead of going just opposite the color palette and giving you the, what's that, yeah, what do they call that? Complementary, thank you, right? So you can change this option. Notice how you just click on that. We're now at complementary colors, so it will give you that as well, just in case you don't want to think about those kinds of things. It will also give you the simple split complementary, which is also, again, really, really useful. These are things you're just going to want to kind of look up on your own and do a quick Google search of when or why you may or may not want to use these. But again, you can kind of see how useful that is, where you've got one orange and then two different shades of blue to complement those colors, right? You know, when we're in our red here, instead of going, you know, pure Christmas green, it gives you a nice complementary set of greens and blues to work with. This is if you want to stick analogous, whatever that word is, where you want to have just one color palette kind of coming along here, right? And you've got three colors that are the same but not the same, if you want to keep everything in a nice cool tone, right? I just use triadic for the most part just because I think it's really, really cool. For instance, the reason I think it's cool is, if you've got something like this is what gives you that yellow, cyan, and super bright pink color tone. If you're doing like that, classic 80s style, that's actually not classic, but new. It's super, super useful for that kind of stuff. So I just keep mine on triadic, but then of course there's the quad or tetradic as well. Yeah, so those options are great, and you just click the word and then boom, you've got all the options there. Yeah, and that's under harmony there. Values, again, stuff I'm also really, really comfortable with. If you're a digital artist, you're probably going to be really comfortable with this as well. You can change your RGB to a CMYK as well, but you have to change that in your actual settings on your canvas. But if you ever need to look up the hex code of a color that you're using, that's where you can find that here underneath the value setting. But again, I don't use it, but hex codes can be really, really nice to pop out if you want those. Which then brings us to our color palettes. This is the same color palette. I just imported it twice because I'm a goob. So yeah, right, and you can scroll through and make new color palettes. And so what we're gonna do is hit this plus icon and create our own color palette from a photograph. Boop, we're gonna click here. You can just create your own new color palette manually, totally. You can take a photo of something in nature or in real world. I guess we're never in nature, who are we kidding? But that's also really handy. You take a photo and then boom, you get a color palette from it. You can insert from a file, of course, or from a photo. I just keep everything in my photos, right? We're going to go here and we're going to click a classic Sailor Jerry piece. And there we are. It's a little bit distressed, right? And a little bit older. Let me go ahead and just delete this one. But yeah, so these three dots, right? It gets you set as your default color palette. Share this color palette to a friend. You can duplicate the color palette or you can delete the color palette, right? And so this color palette here, palette from image, I don't know how to change the name on that actually. There we go. And this is going to be, move. There we go. Distressed Sailor Jerry, right? So there we are. Boop, we'll get a capital J on that and then done. And so now we have our Distressed Sailor Jerry palette. Yeah, and that's it, folks. Super, super quick tutorial on how to use this little color dot optioner with our disc, with our classic, my favorite, harmony, which I do also use a lot, don't get me wrong, but I just keep it at triadic. Our value set, just in case you're going to want to grab your hex codes, or if you're a super nerd and you really like to go from 0 to 255 for your 256 options of, which you'll know if you're a super nerd about, powers of 2. And then of course the color palette, which is just, it can be super, super useful, and creating your own color palettes is definitely something that I recommend. But you can also just buy one from the Broken Puppet and be super, super satisfied with a much more saturated color palette as opposed to something that's much more distressed and darker and more aged. But that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below, or if you found this useful, please share it with a friend. Give me a follow, put that notification bell on, because in the next series, we're going to be going over these options here on the left-hand side. But other than that, folks, it's been great. Sorry it took me so long to post. Real life gets in the way sometimes, and as you can see, people give me money for tattoos, so I've been focusing on that, even though you guys are great and you're totally worth focusing on too. Anyway, thanks. Catch you guys next time.